Oh wow, now we can import Witcher 1 saves. Hey yo bro. Alright. Yeah, let's begin with tutorial. Opening tutorial panel will pause the game so that you can read its content at your leisure. Hints can also be found outside the tutorial panels when you initiate a new quest. Next, beneath the minimap on the right of the screen will tell you what to do. Pay close attention to the tutorial panels appearing on the screen. You can close and restore them at any time. The tutorial panels contain instructions you should follow and identify the keys or buttons you need to press. And tab. What the? Camera and controls. Rotate the camera, look around, and select targets during combat. Control your character using the keyboard and controller stick. You can also toggle between running and walking.
Damned leaky boat. My boots are soaked. Yet another boggy shithole.
Controls are interesting. Pick up loot. Stand it near a container and click on it to bring up a list of its contents and select the items you wish to take. You can also pick up all the items at once. Push containers to bring up a window displaying the 4 most valuable items inside. Tournament announcement. Hey. Open the inventory panel to browse through the items Geralt has acquired. Some items may be equipped, facilitating their use. Sort items by category to browse through them more efficiently. To remove an item from the inventory, drag the item onto the drop item icon or press the applicate key. Press I to access the inventory, read the notes you found and replace your wet boots with dry ones. Oh wow. Squire's boots. Soak boots. Resistance to incineration plus 1%. Square boots. This is square boots. Resistance to incineration. Formula healing brew. Alchemy formula quest item. Potion accelerates vitality regeneration plus 1. Duration 10, toxicity 25. Tournament in the Grand Arena. Warriors of the world, knights, gladiators, soldiers, and armed ladies. Grand Arena, famous throughout the north as the site of the ultimate combat trials, open its gates before you. Demonstrate your courage and sword skills. Claim the glory and the coin due to true heroes. Those acknowledged as worthy of the tournament will receive an invitation, enabling them to enter the Grand Arena and win eternal fame. Okay. Action not allowed on this item. Now we have weight restriction. What will happen if we will get over-encumbered? Leather jacket, long sword, Witcher's silver sword, and trousers. Resistance to incineration plus 5%. Resistance to poisoning, resistance to bleeding plus 11%. Alright. Journal update. The journal has been updated. Open it to view a full description of the quest. To track a quest on the minimap, mark it in your journal. You may only track one quest at a time. You have asked me to tell if your girl's feats in the arena, yet I recall another adventure, a brief one, that took place just before the Witcher reached the town before he would gain everlasting glory. It all began with a leaky boat, soaked boots, and a bad mood. What a dreary place it was, a gloomy forest, a deserted muddy path, and the terrifying cries of necrophages feasting on a corpse. The penniless local peasants had shut the doors of their huts, and only a single voice could be heard. It was the voice of a man in the throes of death. Move towards your objective. A short hint can be found under the minimap on the right of the screen. Okay. Graphics are nice. How do you like this part so far? Yeah, I just started playing it. I don't know. For now, I like the graphics. The mouse movements is too smooth for my taste. Like there's a powerful acceleration. Talk to a character, point the camera at him or her and press the applicable button.
Who are you?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Will you let me look at your wounds?
Odd. You don't resemble a traveling preacher. Oh, damn the dogs, it hurts to talk. I wager my armor's the only thing keeping me in one piece.
I'll find some help.
Futile, I'm afraid. Around here, folk don't open their doors to strangers. You would do well to find my squire. I'd like to thrash his hide for fleeing from those corpse eaters. Consider it my final wish.
I found his body by the river. Listen, let me brew you a health potion. You're no witcher, so it could kill you. But if I'm not mistaken, you already think you're dead. There's a slim chance that your body will quell the toxins and regenerate.
I'll expire in this hole before I let someone turn me into a mutant.
That's not how it works. Stay calm and lie still. I need to find some herbs.
I have begun a new quest phase. You have begun. Your objective is marked on the minimap in the upper right corner of the screen. The yellow marker indicates your current objective for the quest being tracked. Open the journal to view a list of active quests. Select the quests as you wish to track. Click on the track one. This is time. Bolton of Ironford. Hello, Bolton. The dying man proved to be a knight named Bolton of Ironford. Wounded heavily by corpse eaters, he awaited death in agony, propped up against the wall of an unwelcoming house. Witchers are no healers, but on seeing the half-dead man before him, Geralt decided to take a risk and give the knight a regeneration potion. Many of you know that most Witcher's potions are lethal to ordinary humans, as they are prepared from poisonous herbs, ingredients carved from the corpses of monsters. Only mutant's organism can accommodate the toxins in such things. This patient, however, had one foot in the grave, so it was worth the risk. Geralt left the knight where he was and began to search for the required herbs. Why not? Yay. Why so loud? Use the medallion to detect nearby containers, herbs, monsters, places of power, and threats. To use the medallion, simply press the corresponding key. Once it is used, the medallion must recharge before it can be activated again. Oh no. Press Z. Alright. Celine. Let's take it. Rionia. Squeakoderm. Where's this? Where is recharging mirror? By the way. White myrtle petals. To prepare a potion, bomb, or blade oil, you must have both a formula detailing its composition as well as ingredients containing the substances listed in the formula. Mixtures can only be prepared while meditating. Formulae and ingredients can be purchased from shopkeepers or found in various locations. Ingredients can also be harvested from plants and carved from monster corpses. Bring up the quick menu, select the central icon to begin meditating. Prepare the potion for the wounded knight. Geralt's haircut is much better. I like him as my alter ego, so I like him both ways, actually. Signs. Longsword. Witcher's silver sword. Oh, I can meditate wherever we want. Nice. Drink potion. What? There are no sounds here. Okay. Healing brew. Alchemy formula quest item. Fulgur. Mithril, Rebus, Kalium, Soul, Vermilion, Cabrith, Aether, Hydrogen, Fulgur. Hey, what the hell is that? Alright. Accelerates vitality regeneration. Zero ocean, orange. Vitality regeneration, okay. Take the potion to the wounded knight. Okay.
Knock back this potion. Try not to vomit. Drink it. You're still alive, so that bodes well. But you've got a ways to go before you're at full health. Now you have to sit and wait. You're no mutant, so it'll be a couple of days before you recover and we can get you out of here.
Thank you, Witcher. Hallowed Grieve!
Didn't have the chance earlier. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
Bolton of Ironfoot. I wanted to try my luck in the arena, but some corpse eaters surprised me. My horse reared and I came crashing down in full armor. They pounced upon me with their claws. Though broken, I managed to drive them off and crawl here. Pitiful story, but there it is.
That could mean some paid work for me.
Doubtful. If the corpses weren't eaten, they would rot, emit a stench, and breed pestilence. Ah, damn the dogs! Those who fall in the arena, their bodies are cast into the ravine. The dead offer little in terms of diversion, I'm afraid. Except perhaps to monsters. I wanted to try...
That could mean some paid work for me.
Doubtful. Those who fall in the arena...
Get well, Bolton of Ironford. And farewell.
You must take my invitation. If but half of what I've heard about witches is true, you ought to manage well in the arena.
Thanks, Bolton.
I thank you. And now, Geralt of Rivia, if you've no objection, I would finally like to get some sleep.
You now have an invitation to the arena located in the town. Go there and take part in the tournament. Nice house.
We don't want no trouble. On your way. Be gone.
Hey.
We don't open for strangers round here. Leave us be. Get that corpse out of here before it draws some monsters. We don't open for strangers round here. Get that corpse out of here before it draws some monsters.
Monsters. Fortunately, after a short search, Geralt found all the necessary plants nearby. He picked a cozy spot and brewed the potion. Geralt brought Bolton the flask. The brew inside it's still warm. He firmly ordered the knight to drink up. Our hero gave the wounded knight the potion. When the man drank it, he felt pain more excruciating than any pain necrophages ever inflicted with their claws. Yet that was the price of being treated with the Witcher's brew. It was too early to tell if Bolton of Ironford would survive, yet Geralt had already earned the knight's gratitude. Apart from his thanks, the Witcher received an invitation which doubled as a pass to the nearby arena. Geralt could now head to the town and take part in the fight organized there. Having heard about your exceptional combat skills, indisputably knightly virtues, courteous manners, and unquestioned courage, we are honored to invite you to test your abilities in the Grand Arena, famous throughout the North. In the Grand Arena, where victory is always awarded to the best man, you will have a chance to claim the glory and fame befitting a truly great warrior. You need to not arrive alone, as the rules allow for a squire or different armed companion. So we need to find a companion. Longladder gauntlets. Reduction of damage from magic plus 4%. Resistance to bleeding plus 7%. How do you see if it's recharged or not?
Who stalks the night? Be gone, cursed soul, or I'll stick the hounds on ya!
Got corpse eaters on this side, so I'll take your hounds any day.
A jester, eh? You're all jesters. You all think you're droll till you enter the arena. No room for joking around in there.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm soaked and I'm freezing. Let me in.
Ah, a vampire. I'll not let a bloodsucker in. Oh, no. I've got eels in garlic here. What do you say to that?
I'll gladly submit to the eels and garlic trial, and the running water trial, and the beer trial.
Who knows what you are? Evil crawls the night, corrupting the righteous. I'll wait for morn, for the cock to crow. If the rising sun don't scare you off, I'll let you in.
You want me to wait here? You there! All right. Let's find a place to rest.
Meditate to a predetermined hour instead of waiting. In meditation panels, select the option to meditate until dawn. Let's hide in the bushes. The fuck? I want to hide somewhere. Alright, this will do. Time selected. 6.
Still there, foul soul?
Yeah, I'm still here. And the cock has crowed. As far as being foul, well, I may smell a bit.
Has it got an invitation?
It has.
Then it may enter. Good luck to it in the arena.
Welcome to Witcher Training. This section of the tutorial is designed to acquaint you with combat basics. You will need to complete several tasks, after which your newly learned abilities will be tested. 1. Draw your steel sword, draw your silver sword, use the same key to sheath your sword. Okay. Rotate the camera towards the opponent you want to attack. Alt, focus on the chosen foe and mark him. Carol will attack until your foe dies or select another target. Move the camera to select your combat target. Place the sight on each of the opponents as they are highlighted. Well, I focused. But now, aim at the fat one. Okay. Odo? Slow opponents mount strong attacks, while swift opponents mount weaker but more frequent attacks. Fighting either requires dodging and parrying. Keep in mind that parrying only reduces the damage Geralt receives rather than eliminating it entirely. You can parry magic attacks. Dodge them or cast signs to protect yourself from them. Adalbert. Vigor is represented by the yellow bar in the upper left corner of the screen. Vigor drops every time you parry an opponent's strike or cast a sign. Low vigor will prevent you from casting signs, though it will not limit your ability to parry. Vigor regenerates over time. Drink potions to accelerate this process. Vigor affects the damage you deal to foes. When developing your character, you can increase the maximum vigor points available to your character. Parry your opponents by pressing holding E before he strikes. Press space to evade enemy blows. And maintain instant direction of dodge. Okay. Hey! Riposte. Counter your opponent's attack with a riposte. To riposte, hold down the parry key and attack when the riposte marker appears on your foe. Outside the tutorial, to riposte you must first acquire the related ability in the character's development tree. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Come on. I have no vigor left. Probably that's the reason. Hmm. Hey, why can't we... Each time you cast a sign, you lose 1 point of vigor. Vigor is represented by the yellow bar in the upper left corner of the screen. Low vigor will prevent you from casting signs. The R sign can knock down or stun your foe, allowing you to finish him off with a single blow. Use the R to weaken opponents equipped with shields. The R sign is currently selected. Press the applicable key to cast it at your foe. In addition to dealing regular damage, Geralt and his foes can inflict critical effects in combat. These additional effects induced by attacks remain active for a certain time. The stun and knockdown effects allow Geralt to finish off opponents instantly. Some foes are immune to such effects. Look at the top of the screen to see the effects dealt to Geralt. I can't open my journal. Select a sign by pressing the corresponding key. Bring up the quick menu to select a sign. Press and hold the quick menu key, select the sign and release the key to resume playing. You can also select signs while scrolling the sign list. Critical effects on Geralt. The mage has dealt the incineration critical effect to Geralt. The witcher will take additional damage as long as the effect remains active. Both positive and negative effects remain active for a specific time. Effect duration is displayed at the top of the screen.
Careful!
The mage has dealt significant damage with his spells. Your vitality, represented by the red bar in the upper left corner of the screen, is dangerously low. When your vitality is low, focus on defense and cast the Quen sign to reduce the damage dealt to you by your foes. Defensive Quen sign absorbs damage dealt by your foes. Reflect part of the absorbed damage back at you as opponents acquire the relevant ability. When active, the Quen sign halts all vigor regeneration. Press A to trigger the magical Quen shield. The Quen sign will protect you from attacks and help you defeat the mage. Exile sign. The exile sign allows you to assume temporary control of your foes.
Damn, you're ugly.
Hey, what the fuck? Hidden sign is a magical trap that is traced on the ground. Hidden traps immobilize opponents, use them to trap foes and attack them from behind, or to buy time to flee if a fight is not going as planned. What the hell? Place an item in the quick slot, open the inventory and drag selected items like bombs, traps, daggers and lures to the quick slots located in the upper right corner of the panel. Once you leave the inventory, the items you selected will appear in the quick menu, from which they can be easily accessed. Targal Winter. It's a well balanced dagger. Ranged weapon. Okay, well balanced dagger. Telgar Winter. Trap slows foes down. Freeze plus 50%. Bomb. Stuns and freezes all within range. I hope this is that. Scroll through quick slot items to select bombs, traps, lures, and daggers previously placed in the quick slots. You can also select quick slots items from the quick menu. Bring up the quick menu and release the quick menu key while the chosen item is selected. Select the bombs from quick slots and use them to defeat your foe. Press R to cast a bomb. Press and hold R to aim precisely, then release the button to cast. Select the traps from quick slots and use them to defeat your foe. Press R to place a trap. There's no limit on the number of traps you can place. Select the daggers from the quick slots and use them to defeat your foe. Okay. Press and hold R to aim precisely, then release the button to throw. Yay. Of the first 6 levels, you will only be able to unlock abilities from the training path. As you acquire more talents, you'll be able to spend them on abilities from 3 remaining paths: magic, alchemy, and swordsmanship. Your character has advanced to the next level. Open the character development panel to acquire new abilities. At higher difficulty settings, character development is only possible while meditating. Mutagens. can be used to modify some of Geralt's abilities. To use mutagen, go to Character Development panel, find an ability with a mutagen slot on the training path. Place a mutagen in the slot to upgrade that ability. Search for the corpses or slain monsters to find more mutagens. Swordsmanship, path locked. Training. Unlock the ability to parry blows from all directions. Unlock the ability to parry blows from all directions. Damage reduced while parrying with full vigor 100%. Unlock the ability to throw daggers. Damage dealt by daggers plus 20. Fortitude. Vigor plus 1. Arrow redirection unlocks the ability to redirect arrows. I have more talents. 0 talents. Hey, I want to collect my trap. How do I do that? Just said that I could do this with the right mouse button, but nothing happens. Oh well. What's that? Lesser power mutagen. Doesn't work. Distance covered while dodging in battle plus 100%. Geralt no longer takes 200% of damage when stabbed in the back. Sword damage. Attributes. Oh wow, so many of them. On abilities. Yeah, I already spent everything, didn't I? Find the ability. Mutate. Vigor regeneration during combat plus 10%. Vigor plus 1. Vigor regeneration during combat plus 10%. Lesser power mutagen. Mutagens. Minimum damage plus 1%. Maximum damage plus 1%. Your final trial awaits. Make sure to prepare, as you are about to face 3 waves of opponents. Before the trial begins, explore the chests in the arena and use the items you find there. Remember to drink some potions and coat your blades with oils. Also, fill your quick slots with the items you deem most useful. Begin the trial at any time by stepping into the highlighted circle at the edge of the arena. To quit the tutorial, exit through the arena's main gate. Once you do so, however, you will not be able to return. The number of foes you defeat during this trial will determine your recommended difficulty setting. Can I save the game? No? Interesting. Your next fight requires some preparations. Begin by drinking several potions. You should find a few in the chests in the area. Each potion you consume increases your toxicity. Your maximum toxicity level, indicated on the right side of the screen, limits the number of potions you can drink. Drink potions, bring up the quick menu, begin meditating, and choose drink potions. When you are ready, step in the highlighted circle. Fuck, I couldn't read it. Maribor Forest significantly increases vigor while reducing vitality and chance of causing critical effects. Swallow. $10 okay. Alright, well, Ben's Dagger was number 1. Grape Shot. Hey, I want some info. Wounds all within range with shrapnel. Okay. Saloon. Stuns and freezes all within range. Well, increased damage dealt to insectoids. Well, increased damage dealt to humans. Incinerates foes and detonates all other traps within range. Use trap and it's junk. Okay, it's a human. Okay, I forgot one thing, is how should I parry shots? Exile. What happened? Can you shoot them for me, please? God damn it. I prefer normal. I forgot how to parry attacks. The thought is more repulsive than these monsters that defy nature and are known by the name of Witcher, that they are offspring of foul sorcery and witchcraft, unscrupulous scoundrels without conscience and virtue, and are veritable creatures from hell capable only of taking lives. Monstrum portrayals of Witchers Anonymous. Years have passed since now. Oh no, not this shit again.
Come on, Sixes. Daddy needs you. Oh, shit. Ha! 20 orange to Grandad. Looky there. He's awake. You daft! Don't go in there! Shut it. He's in chains. Can't do a thing. Am I right, Master Geralt? Roll again! Why? The dice didn't roll! Calling me a cheat? Take it back. Look, he's awake again. Monster Slayer, my ass. A regular whoreson. I heard witches would start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Folks say they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky eyes.
Enough! Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
I'm not so easy to kill. I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Road.
Walk around behind me if you want to shake.
How foolish of me. Vess! Unshackle him.
Geralt of Rivia. Care to introduce us?
No, thanks.
Bring something to drink. We can't sit here cotton-mouthed. You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you.
Just like that? For nothing?
No. For Temeria.
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
Who the fuck is?
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle. But Foltest is not someone you refuse.
Witcher, are you up? His Majesty, King of Temeria, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
A pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher.
The fuck, man?
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
A wise war is a contradiction, Triss.
Then maybe you know just how I should advise our lustful monarch.
Stop falling in love, sire no further bastards, and don't wage stupid wars.
Genius. You know, these bastards could vie for the throne in the future? Then we'd have an even more senseless conflict.
Which doesn't change the fact.
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined. But they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Did you dream of the Wild Hunt again?
Mm-hmm. I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The Wild Hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the cults they ride.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon? In the midst of civilization? Please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
Go see King Foltest. Oh, now we can save the game. Game saved. What the? Alright.
I'll join you later.
Some orange. Search the place. Pick herbs. Sunday. Yes! Nice. Nice.
Long live the king!
I need some usable container. Roleplay.
Hey, you're the one who crushed Salamandra. A single Witcher's worth a whole platoon.
Images first. Crafting components and alchemy ingredients. Contains kaolin. Timber. Crafting component. Leather. Oil. Red meteorite ore. Sandy. Raven's armor. Yes! It's still ours! Yes, yes, yes! Vitality plus 15, resistance to poisoning plus 12, resistance to bleeding plus 12. Iron Dite, Silver Sword, damage 11, 18, bleeding plus 5. Mechacaman Rune Shield. Long sword. Chance of instant kill plus 2%. Against damage reduction on block. Bleeding plus 10. Okay. Falca's Blood. Sword upgrade. Oil increase maximum sword damage dealt. Arachnid Oil. Grana, Spectral, Insect Oil, Necrophage, Whetstone, Blue Stripes Combat Jacket, Fire Rune, Moon Rune, wow, Bane, Mandrake Rune, Cortinarius, Alchemy ingredient contains 100 Venom, Formula Swallow, Summon Cat, Brown, Falca's Blood. Cat. Was able to see in the dark and through walls. A wall hack. Conflagration trap. Lapwing. Significantly increase regeneration of vigor while reducing vitality and all resistance. Petrus Filter, increases sign intensity, damage bonus on signs, 7. Golden Oriole, increases all resistances, Rook, increase damage dealt with swords, another jacket. Do you have some interesting boots around? No? Now that's an armor. This is an epic sword. I like it how we actually made it, that this sword made it to the second game. Diamond dust and leather. What time is it? I want to know.
Let's show them the moon.
Really as tough as they say? Hey, wasn't it you who defeated the Grand Master and put down the rebellion in Vizima? Hey,
Really as tough
wasn't
as
it
they
you who
say?
defeated the Grand Master and put down the rebellion in Vizima? Come the assault was slipping on that shite.
A single Witcher's worth a whole platoon.
That's correct. That's a nice sword.
I'll wager you'll send the Lavalets running.
Good to see you.
Morning, Witcher.
Those blades of yours should be useful today.
Does Foltest plan to continue the siege?
No, we're to mount an assault.
Finally.
Truth be told, I'd rather sit here than risk my neck on those walls.
Foltest's would-be assassin. You said you'd ask around.
I put the word out. I did.
And?
It's a riddle wrapped inside a secret.
I thought you knew people who could help.
I can give you any cutthroat in Temeria. Problem is, your assassin came from elsewhere.
You sure?
Sure as you stand before me.
Reaver's honour that's at stake here. This is no time to whimper. Oh, looky there, new boy. It's that Witcher. Geralt of Rivia ought to know about amulets.
Witcher, sir. I have a question for you.
I did what you asked.
You killed the cockatrice. Wonderful. Tough job.
Routine Witcher's work.
I'll have your coin as soon as we finish off the Lavalettes. I'll be generous, I promise.
I'd like it beforehand. Promises made before battle are often hard to keep.
Trousers protecting your jewels. And that magic amulet.
They're getting what they
I'll wager
deserve.
you'll send the Lavalettes running.
I just know I'm gonna die. Shite, I don't want to die on a bet.
It's the Crinfrid Reaver's honour that's at stake here. This is no time to whimper.
You one of us or not?
We know each other?
Don't recognise your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
I lost my memory.
As did Boholt. After the hunt for the Golden Dragon, he took a spill and hit his head on a rock. He can still be a beast in battle, but besides that, he don't do much save eat and shit. Rarely even lusts after women.
I doubt that's amnesia.
I'm Kenneth, and this one here they call Desperate, and this is New Boy. He's, apprenticing with us, like. I haven't had much luck with the monsters of late, so we enlisted. Now New Boy's gotten himself into this wager situation. Would you help us for old time's sake? I mean, we all got a little rile. But those are bygones, as I see it.
We'd have set you free. The sorcerers, too. Boholt was just fooling about the raping and all.
What kind of trouble are you in now?
It's a matter of life, death, and quite a bit of coin in point of fact. New Boy bet tonight that he'll survive the assault in his shirt and knickers alone. We drunk a bit by then, I admit, but a wager's a wager. Our honour's at stake.
A soldier's honor versus a knight's. I think I get it.
The very core of the matter, Witcher. We're slated to go in the first wave, so the going's liable to be hard. New Boy's brave, but he can't survive by courage alone. In any case, we've come into this bauble that's supposed to protect him, magically like. You mind casting an expert's glance at it, seeing as sorcery and such is not strange to you?
Let me see this bauble.
Your wolf medallion, I saw it shake.
It reacts to magic.
So it's true, what the priest said. Hear that, New Boy? You'll be safe. We'll fleece that night, we will.
Where did you get this talisman?
We came by it, let's say. We were on patrol, see, and ran into a couple of novice priestesses praying at this shrine. They were nice, smiling and all.
We done wanted to take them two on patrol. But...
Shut it! Boholt had one of his rare moments of clairvoyance, went rummaging in the shrine and found the amulet.
Who knows what goes on in that head of his, but every now and then he wakes up as good old Boholt.
Aye, he still cuts them down with a single wallop. In any case, we took the amulet and went off to find the rest of the patrol. Oh, the wonders we saw. First, ran into some squirrels, vicious ones, arrows flying everywhere, but we came through untouched. Barely 3 of the others still standing when a dragon swooped down. The elves fell to their knees. We all legged it. The amulet's magic for certain.
Though it failed to protect the shrine from your patrolling.
Aye, true. Well, now we don't know what to think.
There's clearly magic in the trinket, but I doubt it'll deflect swords or arrows.
Shit, I knew it. I told you so, you idiot. Screw honor. Don your metal, new boy. You'll go into battle, confessional and all.
So be it. Though I'd like to have fleeced the noble. Damn shame.
If it goes on like this, we'll be sipping wine and love by Sunday.
Ever since Geralt saved Foltest's life, the king had been fond of keeping his favorite witcher close by his side. Thus, when the monarch laid siege to the walled town and castle of the mutinous Baroness de Valette, Geralt found himself whiling the days away a few tents down from the king's own in the company of Triss Merigold, the sorceress, the witcher's lover and Foltest's royal advisor. These were pleasant moments despite the mild restlessness that plagued our hero. Finally, on the day of the assault, he was summoned before His Royal Majesty, and this is how his trouble began. Dungeons of the Lavalettes. My story begins after the fateful events in which the Witcher Geralt of Rivia, known also as the White Wolf, saved Foltest, Lord of Temeria, from an assassin. From that moment on, the monarch would not quit the Witcher's company, turning him from an itinerant monster slayer into a royal bodyguard, thus causing him to suffer increasingly. However, since it is unwise to deny a king, Geralt now found himself in the lands of the Lavalettes, where Foltest had taken personal command of the siege and of the rebel families waited town and castle. Witchers know well personal command of the siege of the rebel. Fuck. Witchers know well how fickle fortune can be, and accordingly luck had abandoned our hero within the castle walls. Due to a tragic mistake, Geralt was imprisoned in the castle dungeon, where he had to patiently recount recent events to Vernon Roche, Foltest's right-hand man. If you wish to know how the Witcher plunged from the pinnacle of success to the depths of misfortune, listen to my tale. In Foltest's camp, Geralt ran into the Crinefrit rivers. Having lost his memory, the Witcher no longer recalled the trouble the bunch of rogues had caused during the famous hunt for the Golden Dragon. As it turned out, Kenneth, Desperate and Bohhold had rescued a new comrade. With great originality, they called him New Boy. The four were to join in the assault on Lavalette Castle that day. The problem was that the drunken Reavers had bet one of Foltest's knights that New Boy would survive the battle while attacking solely on his trousers and shirt. The protective amulet they had plundered from a roadside shrine was to help him. Asked for advice, Geralt expressed doubt about the amulet's protective properties and discouraged the Reavers from undertaking their daring escapade. New Boy reasonably decided to don his armor. The Assassins of Kings. When Geralt thwarted the plans of Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose, it seemed the situation with him would return to normal sooner or later. The blow came from an unexpected quarter. As the Witcher was collecting his reward from King Foltest, an assassin sneaked into the throne room of the royal palace. Foltest would have perished if not for the Witcher's presence of mind. Geralt defeated the would-be Kingslayer and thus saved the monarch's life, but the Witcher was left wondering who had sent the killer and why. Intriguingly, the assassin seemed very similar to the Witcher, so much so that he might even have been one. During my travels, I visited the dynastic abode of the Lavalette family several times. Anyone who considers Vizima an impressive city is unlikely to have seen the ancestral citadel of the Lavalettes. The immensity of the fortress is simply breathtaking. The extent that calling it a mere castle is either a gross inaccuracy or a jest. Expanded over generations, the walled town boasts the greatest fortifications in Temeria, and perhaps in all the northern kingdoms. The citadel is located near the strategically important White Bridge, which connects the banks of the Pontar. It commands the entire area, including nearby trade routes and the river crossing. No wonder, then, that the rebellion of the Lavalettes disturbs Foltest's sleep. New boy. His soldiers had acquired an allegedly miraculous amulet, truly believed its power would protect him from any and all harm. Recognizing that the pendant was useless, Geralt informed Newboy of this fact. Mary Louise Lavalette, I have chanced to visit the court of the Lavalettes on several occasions in the past. Invariably, I was greeted and received in a manner befitting my fame and talent. Baroness Mary Louisa was a very comely lady. Her beauty having full blossomed, her hair dark, her lips sensuous. As with many women married to markedly older men, rumors about her were plentiful. Among them, one claiming that she had had a lover affair with King Foltest himself, and that the monarch had fathered her younger children. I have known the sorceress Triss Merigold for a long time, for she is one of Geralt's closest friends. The young, pretty, talented, auburn-haired mage from Maribor hardly reminded me of the giggly flapper of years past. Her knowledge, abilities, and loyalty had brought her far. A hero from Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hail, for she was mistakenly counted as the 14th mage to die in that battle. She sat on the royal council of King Foltest of Temeria. Although they say that a monarch's favor is uncertain, the king had once expelled all mages from Temeria. Triss had managed to gain Foltest's trust. With regards to the Witcher, everyone who was witness to Triss' friendship with Geralt, anyone who saw them together would easily confirm that these two had much in common, and it is common knowledge that an old flame never dies. Behold our hero, subjected to mutations and rigorous sword and sorcery training as a child, has become superhuman monster slayer. Always penniless and often disdained by those whom he protects, he wanders the world seeking work. Fate has little mercy for him, violent obstacles in his way, yet he trudges on. He has more scruples than a beggaring bum has fleas. Doubts haunt him even when a band of ruffians, knives drawn, approaches him on the highway. Is he a good man? I do not think so. Does he try to maintain his humanity? I believe he does. You must know that Geralt of Rivia died once already, or at least everyone thought him dead. During the massacre of Rivia, he sought to defend non-humans and fell to overwhelming odds. Placed in a boat, he floated into the mist, into a realm where he finally found peace, not for long, because of forces to be mentioned later. Geralt returned just in time to defend the Witcher's ancient home fortress, and then embarked on a mission to recover the secrets stolen from it. Along the way, he took part in Squirtle uprising, shattered a powerful criminal organization, and killed the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose. All the while his fame as a lover grew. Well, that's Geralt for you. As if this wasn't enough, he then foiled the attempted assassination of King Foltest of Temeria and became one of the monarch's most trusted men. In retrospect, His Royal Majesty King Foltest was certainly an exceptional persona when compared to the other crowned heads of time. The King of Temeria, Prince of Sodden, Sovereign of Pontar and Mehecam, and Senior Protector of Bruges, Angren, Rivendell, and Elendar, was a firm and decisive ruler, as I suppose one should expect from someone so abundantly titled. He was the kind of man who, when he had made a sound suggesting he was forged of steel and not molded of bird dung. Being unmarried, he led a rather casual private life. In his youth, while still a prince, Foltest strove to demonstrate what he was capable of, and he proved capable of much. The love affair he had with his own sister, by whom he fathered his eldest daughter Ada, is widely known, as is his later affection for Baroness Mary Louise Lavalette. Both relationships bore heavy consequences, so to speak, and in both instances Geralt found himself stuck in the middle of the resulting mess. Dandelion. It is always awkward to write about oneself, yet I cannot shirk this duty. In an effort to preempt any accusations of partiality, I shall set down the humblest of notes, relating only the best-known facts. Dandelion, in reality the Viscount de Lethenhove, though titles are unimportant, as a certified troubadour, a lecturer of Oxford University, a persona known among society as a charmer, poet, dandy, and unparalleled lover. Almost everyone north of the Yaruga has heard of him, and those who have not are either boors or simpletons or both, as a result of which their opinions do not matter in the slightest. Dandelion played a significant part in the most important events of the era. He loved, fought, negotiated, and acquired immense knowledge, even that of the forbidden variety. His works are a testimony of the times, but it is his moving poetic troves that have brought him true fame. The important thing in this story is that Dandelion was a friend to Geralt of Rivia, possibly his only true friend. He was Geralt's confidant, advisor, and companion in misery. For it was impossible to experience good fortune in the Witcher's company. What Geralt did, Dandelion faithfully recounted, and one should not give credence to those who accuse this humble chronicler of confabulating. Werner Rocher. There is a man like Werner Rocher in every monarch's retinue, brave and determined, ready to execute any command, and thoroughly hated at court. He knows that only allegiance and service to the king keep him in his position. Rocher was the leader of the Blue Stripes, King Foltest's special forces, renowned among other things for battling the Squatter and quelling many rebellious and human community. It was under his command that the units rose to fame. Vernon earned Foltest's favor and trust through his deeds. One word from the king and he would jump headlong into fire, asking only how long he was to stay there and hold his ground. That's the kind of man Werner Rocher was at the time. Bussy Lavalette. No more than a lad back then, Bussy already displayed the pride and obstinacy typical of the Lavalettes. Some, however, attribute these qualities to the fact that King Foltest was his father. Anne Lavalette, the daughter of Baroness Mary Louise Lavalette, was a scant few summers old at the time. Rumor that King Foltest was her father gave beginning to many important events. Vess. The fair-haired Vess stood apart from the rest of Werner Rocher's unit, not only in that she was the only woman in an elite formation of hardened cutthroats and swashbucklers. Her girlish face and shaped body would stand out even if a uniform did not emphasize them. But there is something in soldier women that attracts a man's gaze, and Vess was no exception. The reader should not, however, be misled by this description. One does not earn a Blue Stripes membership with good looks, but with skill, determination, and at times ruthlessness. Anyone disregarding Vess had paid dearly for misjudging this young woman. Because of her gender, Vess would sometimes receive assignments where her beauty was more important than her combat abilities and efficiency. Rocher had used Vess as his trump card more than once. Perry. Hey, what the fuck is it? What the fuck? Fuck. Counter reference stack when riposte state. Riposte hold down the pair key and attack when the riposte marker appears on the foe. Okay. Bearing E. Okay.
Too true. Overwhelming.
They're getting what they deserve. I hate
Ah! They're in for a beating! Any advice from a veteran?
They're getting what they deserve.
It's not me. Okay.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pool.
Okay, where's Geralt? Ah, there he is. That will lead us directly to the king. Let's go
Must
back.
be shitting themselves on the walls. Laugh all you like.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves on the
At
walls.
least in the army. Yeah, right.
Too true. Overwhelming.
Once a place of power is active, enter this perimeter to improve your character's stats automatically. What?
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves on the walls.
Cheer up, Witcher!
Laugh all you like. Come the assault will be slipping on that shite.
Better that than on my own entrails.
What's in the pot today?
Same as yesterday. Same slop as always, bloody hell.
Don't eat it! Watch it, or you'll end up in the soup.
Overwhelming.
I cook what I'm given. Can't help it. They're getting what they deserve. I hate the street.
Which one? Leather? The meteorite ore?
Good. What is it? Look at that horse, son. All set.
How so? Well, we're charging at the Lovelet's Pikes. He'll be lying here safe and sound.
Immune to disease.
Stop
Look at that
bothering
horse, son.
me.
He's all set.
How so?
Well, we're charging at the Lovelet's Pikes. He'll be lying here safe and sound.
He's wounded.
Wounded? He may be squealing like a pig to the slaughter, but that's barely a scratch on his foot.
With Foltest to victory!
Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride?
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wild men who go into battle stark naked.
Whereas you have your trousers protecting your jewels.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shit.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves on the walls.
Laugh all you like. Come the assault will be slipping on that shite.
Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride?
Hey, wasn't it you who defeated the Grand Master and put down the rebellion in Vizima?
I'm too old for this.
With Foltest to victory!
Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride?
Take the knights alive for ransom.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Keep at it and none of you will see home!
With Foltest to victory!
Any advice from a veteran? Really as tough as they say. Any advice from a veteran?
Your presence insults the gods. They'll turn away from us in battle.
Hey, wasn't it you who defeated the Grand Master and put down the rebellion in Vizima?
Geralt. 2, 1, 2, and again! That ought to teach you military manners, you rebel! 1, 2, 1, 2! No punching around!
I'm too old.
Cheer up, Witcher.
Let's show them the meaning
A
of
foothold on the wall is all we need. Don't all disperse in search of boots and wenches. Eliminate the stragglers first.
With Foltest to victory!
Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride?
What a heap of imbeciles! You're compost, not soldiers! Keep at it and none of you will see home!
Increases all resistances. Okay, Ravens, Ritual, Soul, Remove. Nice. Mage's Trousers. Your drops time duration +5. Damage bows, universal science +1. No, Raven's armor is better.
Greetings. Can I interest you in a worthy cause? We could use your support.
What's the cause?
A veterans fund for former fighting men of need.
Uh-huh. Found anyone gullible enough to fall for that?
There's nothing to fall for. It's just some arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling?
Yeah, why? You put down some coin and we wrestle. Win and the pot is yours. Lose and... well, the coin goes to the fund. Care to test your strength?
You look safe. Everything all right?
Get the indicator on the yellow field. The yellow field reaches.
Well, that's some strength you've got in that arm of yours.
You look safe. Everything all right?
Alright, that was easy.
Care to test your strength? Some strength you've got in that arm of yours.
Cheer up, Witcher. All right. Your presence insults the gods. They'll turn away from us in
Any
battle.
advice from a veteran?
Greetings.
I haven't played dice poker in a while.
Oh, it's like walking. You don't forget how to do it unless you're drunk. Roll a few rounds with me.
Let's roll.
Roll a few rounds with me.
I don't understand that. Fuck, what's happened?
I believe my luck's with me today. Roll a few rounds with me.
What the fuck? What's happening?
Roll a few rounds with me.
What's that? These two means. That's something like full house. Look at some shit. The fuck?
Roll a few rounds with me.
Finally, I can somehow understand how to play it. Let's slow and try this again.
Roll a few rounds with me.
Fuck.
I believe my luck's with me today. Roll a few rounds with me.
No, I think this is looks like a full house.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
Shit. I still win. Oh, nice.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
Well, it's almost the same random shit.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
Destroy 2 players in your new guard. Remains undefeated. Okay. Right. And I found some poker player here. Alright. Take that, you motherfucker. Draw. Not bad. Hey.
I believe my luck's with me today. Roll a few rounds with me. Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
Funny how the last one discussed the game for like 2 minutes while first did he play otherwise. There was no actual way to win for him. Okay. Oh shit.
Hehe. Roll a few rounds with me. Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me. Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin.
Well, this dice game is different power. This may depend on skill, and I don't think so. It still
Roll a
depends
few
on
rounds with me.
pure luck. Because if I throw out the dice, they won't even participate in the game, so I have to throw them carefully. And right now it just stopped the whatever position they were, so yeah, he was with these dice. See, if the dice rolls out of the board, it will not participate in the game at all.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin.
More coin, go ahead.
Roll a few rounds with me.
He gets 500 if we can. You win.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
How much humiliation can he take?
Hehe, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Roll a
atmospheric.
few rounds with me.
Trebuchet's working. Also, you can see the background to that. Shit, what? Just stop.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me. Hee Roll a few rounds with me.
Gotta change my tasks much.
Hee Roll a few rounds with me.
It stops too early. What the fuck?
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin.
Let's get 500 or somewhere around these digits.
Roll a few rounds with me.
I guess we'll be buying this trebuchet. Of course I will. Right now I need 500 orange. Now. I hope he will still play with me after my 10th victory.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
Soon Geralt will not only buy the trebuchet, he could buy the entire army with him. Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Sounds like the load draw. If so. Okay.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin. Roll a few rounds with me.
Nice one. So being here is winning without some dice. Well, probably. Also going well.
I believe.
Yeah, but that requires tossing one.
Roll a few rounds with me.
So they're stupid. I'll make you hear most of the rounds. Ooh, that was close. Still I lose.
Hehe! Roll a few rounds with me.
Supposed to be aiming.
Hehe!
I can't understand this. There's no tactics like in the previous game.
Roll a few rounds with me. Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin.
Okay. I guess nothing we will do fine. Come to the prologue of The Witcher 2. This section of the game introduces you to the story and game world that will familiarize yourself with the basic gameplay. Yeah, right.
Kick their asses, Geralt.
Call in! Move those feet! This is the army, not the barnyard! On the double! Move it! Now!
Must be shitting themselves on the walls.
Come the assault will be slipping on that.
1, 2! 1, 2! And again! That'll not teach you military manners, you rebel! 1!
Skleroderm. Method. Then we dust hydrogen. Magnetic bells with a trio. And with his dust. Tail. Suddenly rays. But his trio will burn solid. Removing the horseman. And recruit his career. Mercenaries. Hydrogen.
Shitting themselves on the walls. Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride? On the armor of courage. Have no mercy.
You sight,
be with you.
The assault has begun.
Forgiven.
The king awaits you by the siege tower.
A foothold on the wall is all we need.
Hey, wasn't it you who defeated the Grand Master and put down the rebellion in Vizima?
Strength and protect us in battle. We ask not for victory, for we shall win regardless. Fight in the king's name, and the gods will favor you. The royal power issues from the divine. He who is victorious for the king, victorious for the gods.
Any advice from a veteran?
Cheer up, Witcher. A single Witcher.
A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency. We're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with a pen.
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Sire.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such wounds?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency, but I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brennan during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sador. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador, for your years of faithful service to the crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
At that time, King Foltest was playing host to Chilard Fitz-Osterland, the Empire of Nilfgaard's senior emissary. None and anyone were confirming Geralt arrived as the hour of the assault drew near. The confident king of the Witcher, making the best of a tense situation, moved to join the king's forces in the siege tower. Many northern kings appear in this story, rash and thoughtful, amorous and frigid, brave and cowardly. The reader should easily see that should their crowns be removed and the pitchfork, sword and a bunch of bales were ghosts upon given the scepter's dead. They would be as human as we are. The same, however, could not be said of the Emperor of Nilfgaard, the white flame dancing on the barrows of his enemies, whose shadow fell over all the events I have written down. In this case, that shadow was represented by Chilard Fitz-Osterland, a summer-made diplomat who started more than one war, only to end it accepting homage from the defeated.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within.
Thanks to Geralt of Rivia, my daughter Ada is alive, and is now the wife of Radovid of Redania.
I see.
I fear you do not, Excellency. The Midget King merely awaits my demise.
I am certain King Radovid of Redania wishes Your Majesty a long and healthy life.
That wasn't even amusing, Excellency. The old families will never accept a Redanian on my throne. Ada will have to content herself with Redania.
I understand. The issue of succession remains unresolved. Your Grace, I request your permission to retire.
You have it. Black One's in my camp before a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I?
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a Witcher.
A Witcher? What have I ever done to the ploughing Witchers? Anything more?
He had no medallion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to me. For now, let us tend to the traitors. Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods! Count Etcheverry! Catch, Witcher! Aim for the rogue with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher? Did we hit the bastard?
He ducked.
Damn it! We'll get him on the walls. Follow me, Witcher!
Let's try it again.
A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency. We're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with a pen, the emissary of peace that I am.
Hogwash! You're the emissary of the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. The Emperor of Nilfgaard, who spared no blood conquering over a dozen sovereign realms.
Thus bringing them laws, culture, and peace above all.
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Sire.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such wounds?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency. I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
Might I know why?
Too often they take me for someone I'm not.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sador. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador, for your years of faithful service to the Crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
Let's try again.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Thanks to Geralt of Rivia, my daughter Ada is alive, and is now the wife of Radovid of Redania.
I see.
I fear you do not, Excellency. The Midget King merely awaits my demise.
I am certain King Radovid of Redania wishes Your Majesty a long and healthy life.
That wasn't even amusing, Excellency. The old families will never accept a Redanian on my throne. Ada will have to content herself with Redania.
I understand. The issue of succession remains unresolved. Your Grace, I request your permission to return.
You have it. Black One's in my camp before a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I?
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a witcher.
A witcher? What have I ever done to the ploughing witchers? Anything more? Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to me. For now, let us tend to the traitors. Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods! Count Edgevery! Catch, Witcher! Aim for the rogue with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
Three degrees.
He ducked. Damn it! We'll get him on the walls. Follow me, Witcher!
The time. Oh, okay. Propelled by the soldiers' mighty shoulders, the siege tower rolled and towards victory. Green recruits shed themselves, veterans drank deeply from tight clasped flasks. Foltest boasted and roused his troops, while Geralt trudged with a sense of foreboding.
You know, Witcher, I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
Are you mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother.
I'm lost.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. She made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
I think so.
Count Etcheverry and others immediately intervened, all those who weren't sympathetic. They claimed the evil king would take her children. They would protect them, even place them on the throne. And the Baroness was duped. A motherly love used. In truth, they desire privileges that would weaken the throne.
And a long road at Jitso.
Look alive!
Where the hell are we headed? What the fuck do we want? Victory! This I like! Eyes on the bridge! We're nearly there! Weapons at the ready!
That tower was ridiculous.
It was designed to break the rebels' morale.
A bunch of lords and lordlings took a ride to then pompously stride on top of the walls, while the real army fought and died below them in the shit and piss-filled streets.
If years of service have taught me anything, it's that the Highborn don the best costumes and get the best vantage points, whether at a ball or in battle. But it's not the time for that kind of jousting, Witcher. Continue your story.
Things went relatively smoothly after we came out of that tower. That is, until we ran into Arian La Valette.
Lord Suxon, you shall push for the center aisle and bring down that gate.
It's a good day to kill, Your Majesty! Follow me, gentlemen! For Temeria!
Lord Swan, you and your men shall follow me. We must capture or otherwise deal with Arian La Valette in order to break the defenders' morale.
Yes, Your Grace.
Geralt, gentlemen, Follow me! For the glory! Fall back, goddammit! I forbid you to die like imbeciles. Hear me! They've taken a good position, the bastards. If this persists, they'll pick us off like ducks, and I'm no duck. Any ideas?
That ballista would do the trick.
Foltest's assault lost momentum at one of the castle towers. The army that had raged like a hurricane until now was under the stop at the barricade the defenders had erected at the tower's entrance. There was no way to approach it, as Lavallette's arrows rained down from above like snowflakes at Yuletide. Luckily, in a nearby square stood a ballista that the defenders had failed to position on the walls. Geralt spotted the war machine and decided to use it to destroy the barricade. First, however, he had to overcome the soldiers guarding it. The siege tower reached the walls and spewed forth a slaughter of Temerian soldiers and knights. The battle was joined. Foltest fought in the vanguard. The Witcher fought by his side, protecting the king. Led by these two, the soldiers moved towards the nearest tower, securing the walls one section at a time. Foltest most certainly still harbored feeling for his former lover and decided to save the children that were the fruit of this affair, feared that they would otherwise become trump cards and on the game of politics, tools of intrigue. Once Foltest made his decision, no one and nothing could stand in his way. Baroness Lavallette's eldest child, Arian, was beyond all doubt her the old Baron's son. Raised to be a knight, she sought to uphold the virtues of the state, valuing courage and valor, and striving by his every deed to embody them. He must have felt extremely discontented by the conflict that engulfed him, as at its roots lay his mother and family's honor. Pitted against widely discussed rumors of a love affair between the Baroness and King Foltest. Though the situation was dire, the young king valiantly commanded the defense of his family's castle, intending to give not an inch of ground. Okay, bro. Me too. So I guess we just finish right now. Alright, where is my raven armor? Yeah, thank you for watching and good night, bro.